the spiritual master, the devotees of the Lord, and the personality of Godhead, I have invoked their benedictions. They are present just in their remembrance. They are present in their names. Like there's some verses of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami where he's saying, when you feel you're being, which Srila Gurudev quoted, when you feel that you're being attacked by, Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moha, Mada, Matsarj, lust, anger, greed, madness, illusion, then we can call out the names of the Vaishnavas. Just like if you're well, nowadays things are a little different, but previously they would have highway robbers, right? You're traveling on your wagon and cart, and then some highway robbers will come and attack you and take all your... Well, no, in Mexico that still happens. We just heard some of our dear devotees, they had to face that. So then what do? You call out for help. Help me! Help, help! So when you're being attacked by these enemies within our own selves, then we can call out the names of the Vaishnavas. And we were discussing yesterday a little bit how there's always some system to proper composition. And we see in all of the writings of our acharyas, they are first beginning with some introductory section. We see that in Chaitanya-charitamrta, we see that in Srimad Bhagavatam, we see that in Shishi Prapana and Jivanamritam. There's some introductory verses, Mangala Charan, auspicious invocation, and a part of that is invoking the grace of one's worshipable gurus and worshipable Lord. Remembering them, invoking their grace. With their grace, then something substantial can manifest. So just by remembering them, Gurudev, the devotees, the Lord, I have invoked their grace, their benediction, just by remembering them. Actually, we're trying to live our whole lives like that. Just remembering them. And just by that remembrance, they will be present in our heart, they will be present in our lives, and their grace will be present with us, just by their memory. They have such power. Diner smarane hoy vigna vinashan, anayase hoy nija vanchito puran. Such remembrance destroys all difficulties and very easily enables one to fulfill his own desires. This refers to spiritual desires, of course. Say Mangalacharan, but if we're unfortunate, they can fulfill our material desires. They also have that power. But we don't want that type of mercy. Just like Gopinath Patanayak, and he's indirectly saved by Mahaprabhu from capital punishment, and he receives like a doubled salary or whatever it is. But he says, I know I haven't received your real mercy, but my brothers, they've received your real mercy. This isn't your real mercy, but to be fully detached from any material desire, that is, and to be absorbed in your service, that is real mercy. But to have some attainment, so-called attainment in the material side, that is not real grace. That is a superficial thing. So actually the Lord, the Vaishnavas, they have that power to bestow material benedictions. And we've seen some of the examples of that, but we won't mention because they're being recorded. With Srila Gurudev, we saw some examples like that. But that's not what we want, We want that pure spiritual grace. The name can also, that is one type of, as a result of nama parad, offense to the name, chanting with material desires, one may attain those material things. The name has that type of power. So we have to be careful and really question ourselves. What is it that we really want, and how much do we really value? What spiritual opportunity is here for us? How much do we value that at the expense of any material attainment, even, it may be? Okay. Se mangala charan hoy chivida prakar vastu nirdesh ashirvad namaskar. The invocation involves three processes: defining the objective. So vastu nirdesh, like what is the main subject matter, you can say. Ashirvad, blessings, offering benedictions. And third, namaskar, offering obeisances. These three, the auspicious invocation, Mangala Charan, it is composed of these three parts: establishing the subject matter, offering benedictions to the readers, and offering obeisances to one's worshipable Lord, spiritual masters, and superiors. Pratam duishlokishta deva namaskar samanya vishesh rupe duito prakar. The first two verses offer respectful obeisances, generally and specifically, to the Lord, who is the object of worship. So here Srila Kaviraj Goswami, he's going through these verses. So the first two verses, they are offering namaskar. They're offering obeisance to the Lord in a general way, in his different features as Guru, as devotees, as his energies, and then specifically to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself and his direct expansion of Nityananda Prabhu. Tritiya shlokete kori vastur nirdesh Jaha hoite jani pada tatve udesh. In the third verse, I indicate the absolute truth, who is the ultimate substance. With such a description, one can visualize the supreme truth. So actually it says Vashtur Nirdesh. It's establishing the subject matter that is described in the third verse, which is describing Mahaprabhu as the supreme absolute truth. What is his position? That great Brahman is just the effulgence of his body, the Paramatma, that is just one remote expansion of his. Chaturta shlokete kori jagate ashirvad sarvatra magye Krishna Chaitanya prasad. In the fourth verse, I've invoked the benediction of the Lord upon all the world, praying to Lord Chaitanya for his mercy upon all. And this is this very nice verse. Anarpita chirim chirat kurunaya vatirna kalo samarpaitam unatojvala rasam svabhakti shriyam hari purata sundara juti kadamba sandipita sadahridaya kandades puratu vashachi nandana. We can hear it one more time because it's so nice. May the Supreme Lord, who is known as the son of Srimati Shachi Devi, be transcendentally situated in the innermost chambers of your heart, resplendent with the radiance of molten gold. He has appeared in the age of Kali by his causeless mercy to bestow what no incarnation has ever offered before, the most sublime and radiant mellow of devotional service, the mellow of conjugal love. So, Sada Hridaya Kandades Puratu Vashachinandam. This is Kaviraj Goswami's blessing upon the whole world. Or as he's saying it, he's invoking the benediction of the Lord upon all the souls of this world. May that son of Shachi Devi be situated within the core of your heart. May he be resplendently manifest in all his glory within your heart. That is our aspiration. We are hearing Chaitanya-charitamrta, we are attempting to worship Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we are attempting to follow his teachings and follow his line of gurus, but really what is necessary is that he will appear within our hearts, that our whole life will be an expression of his will and his teachings. Srila Sridhar Maharaj, there's one recording where he says, when I was 23, Mahaprabhu suddenly appeared in my heart. Just like very, frankly and openly speaking about how he came to the Gaudiya Math and his journey. When I was 23, Mahaprabhu suddenly appeared in my heart. He captured me. And then he understood also that he needed a guru. He felt this attraction for Mahaprabhu arose within him, but he understood, I need to find a guru. And so he searched who will be his guru. And so he came to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So this is our good fortune, that the Vaishnavas, they are praying on our behalf. So Kaviraj Goswami, he is our guru, he is in our line of gurus. He is praying to Mahaprabhu to bless us, to give mercy upon us. Then we have some hope. Like that nice song, which I can never remember, but we sing every evening in Navadvip. Kobe Sri Chaitanya-Charitamrta Koribena Doya. That song during the Parikrama is describing how the Vaishnav, I will approach the Vaishnav and tell my sorry story, and then that Vaishnav will approach the Lord on my behalf and pray to the Lord, please, be kind to this poor person, this poor soul. Give your mercy to this poor lost soul. This is the system. This is how it works. So Kaviraj Goswami, he has prayed to Mahaprabhu to be kind to us. Then we have some hope. Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. It's all about connections. As they say, it's not what you know, it's who you know. That verse of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, which I cannot remember right now. How does it go? But he's praying to Govardhan. Oh, Govardhan, that this Govardhan Vas Prarthana Dashakam, these 10 verses, praying for residents close to Govardhan, residents at Govardhan. And one of them, some of the verses are very high, not really, relevant to us, but one of them very nice, and we heard Gurudev quote many times, where Srila Raghunath Das Goswami is praying to Govardhan, saying that I am very unqualified. There's no reason why you should give any attention to me, but who is so dear to you? Shachinandan, Mahaprabhu, he gave me to you, so you have to accept me. Because Mahaprabhu gave Raghunath Das Goswami a Govardhan Shila, he personally gave. So Raghunath Das Goswami's feeling was, oh, Mahaprabhu, and this point is also nice, not that Raghunath thought, oh, I have Govardhan Shila, but it's mine, but he felt, Mahaprabhu has given me to the shelter of Govardhan. So he prayed to Govardhan in this way, Mahaprabhu gave me to your shelter, so you have to accept me. Even though I'm in such a poor condition, I'm not worth any attention, but Mahaprabhu is so dear to you and he gave me to you, so you cannot ignore me. Nijanikata nivasam dehi govardhanatvam. This is the refrain. Please give me some residence close to you, Govardhan. So it is a very practical thing to have a living and personal connection with the Vaishnava. That is connecting us to this whole line. That is the link. Okay. Se shloke kohi bhajavatar karan pancha shashta shloke kohi mul prayojam In that verse, I have also explained the external reason for Lord Chaitanya's incarnation. So, what is that external reason?
To distribute the holy name?
Yes. As it says in this verse, which we just read.
To the variable conditioned souls?
Yes, yes. And particularly it says here to distribute Madhura Ras, really, here. He is delivering the souls by giving prema, we can say. Because this is not only the Yuga Avatar Mahaprabhu, right? This is Swayam Bhagavan Mahaprabhu. So what he's giving is something more. So this verse saying that he came to give this Ujjvala Ras, this brilliant rasa, this Madhura Ras, he came to give that to the world. So yes, to deliver the world in a general sense. This is his external reason.
How is it when Mahaprabhu comes only as the Yuga Avatar?
I'm not sure. I haven't heard exactly. I mean, the thing is, that is Vishnu Avatar, right? The Yuga Avatar of Mahaprabhu is Vishnu Avatar. So I don't know like how much he can give actually. Tyagi Maharaj, he commented that he said he wasn't sure himself either, but that definitely what Mahaprabhu gave, which nobody else could give, is Parakiya Madhura Ras. That absolutely we can say for sure. Because that is the highest conception, the Parakiya conception. So I haven't heard exactly what. But definitely what Mahaprabhu gave as Swayam Bhagavan is superior. But anyhow, here is saying that the Ujjvala, he came, he distributed the Ujjvala Ras, he distributed Madhura Ras to this world. So this is given as the external reason for his descent. to save the fallen soul. So this fourth verse, it is invoking the grace of the Lord upon the whole of all the souls of the world, and also it is describing the external reason for his descent. But in the 5th and 6th verses, I have explained the prime reason for his advent, Mool Prayojan, and that is his main reason for descent.
To taste the same kind of bread that Srimati Radharani has for Krishna?
Yes, absolutely.
That's the internal reason.
Yes, it's the internal reason. His internal and main reason, Mool Prayojan. In Param Guru Maharaj's, because Krishna, he's a little selfish. he's not thinking so much. Radharani, she is more in the mood of distribution, right? But Krishna, he's thinking about his own self, his own satisfaction. So he wants to taste that. And in Param Guru Maharaj's Arati song, it describes very nicely there, Nadia Prakashe, Nadia Prakashe, Nadia Prakashe Mahaprabhu Godani, Patita Pavana Deve Milaila Vidi. So Nadia Prakashe Mahaprabhu Godanidi, Patita Pavana Deve Milaila Vidi. So here Vidi is referring to providence. That mysterious person who's arranging everything that's taking place. So Krishna, he took the heart and halo of Radharani, right? Majirahi bam shirave goshe bam shira radhara sampadayami gauranga santna Radha Rasa Choyo Swada Rahasya Pojas. He's trying, he approaches her to take these rasas. What is exclusively Radharani's that nobody else has? Krishna, he wants to take that from her. So he takes that from her. And then he's announcing, in the glory of my Radha's love, I become Gauranga Sundar. So he's like fulfilled, that's his desire for descending. So, and so for that reason he descends as Mahaprabhu. Nadia Prakash, he appears in Nadia, in Navadvip. But then, by the arrangement of providence, it also was time for the Yuga avatar. So these two functions, they combine, these two aspects, they combined. Patita Pavana Deve Milaila Vidi. So Patit Pavan, who is the rescuer of the fallen souls, that Lord, by the arrangement of providence, he appeared at the same time. So it was like it happened to be time for that also, the time for the Yuga avatar. So Krishna wasn't like thinking so much, oh, I'm going to appear and I'm going to save the fallen souls, and I'm also going to relish this internal thing. He was just thinking, I'm going to relish this internal thing. And then it so happened that it was also time for the Yuga avatar to come. So then the two things, they came together like that. So here it says Mul Prayojan. Mul means like the main, the root. Prayojan, like purpose. So this was like this was really why he came, and the other thing was like a secondary thing.
But in a way, isn't the other thing what makes Mahaprabhu the most merciful Lord as well? Like he's in that mood of magnanimity. Like if he's
yes, absolutely, but it's a secondary thing actually. It's a secondary thing. To be his mercy upon the fallen souls. That's like from our perspective, right? We're the ones here in the world, in the conditioned world. And from our perspective, like that's what we're appreciating, right? But he has his other thing, his own thing going on as well, right?
But he also wants to please his devotees, because devotees are
invoking, that is also true.
Invoking his
yes.
blessings and his grace to descend.
Yes.
To help all the conditions.
That is also true. By the call of Advaita, Acharya, and others, then also he cannot ignore that. That is also true.
So he melts by the love.
Yes.
He cannot resist that.
Yes. That is also true. We see that in many cases, like when Mahaprabhu is in Varanasi, it's like the Mayavad capital, and Mahaprabhu is not so interested actually. It's like, okay, they're doing their thing, okay, but then one of his devotees prays to him, please, like, save these people, please help these people, and then Mahaprabhu he tries to do something by the request of his devotee. Certainly there are many different layers here. Okay. He choi shloke kohi Chaitanya-caritamrta aro pancha shloke Nityananda Mahatva. In these 6 verses I have described the truth about Lord Chaitanya, whereas in the next 5 I have described the glory of Lord Nityananda. Aro dui shloke Advaita tattva kyan, aro eka shloke pancha tattva vyakyam. The next 2 verses describe the truth of Advaita Prabhu, and the following verse describes the Pancha Tattva. The Lord, his plenary portion, his incarnation, his energies, and his devotees. He choda shloke kori mangalacharan, tahi maje koi sabastu nirupam. These 14 verses, therefore, offer auspicious invocations and describe the supreme truth. Sabshota Vaishnavere Kori Namaskar, E Sab Shloker Kori Arta Vichar. I offer my obeisances unto all my Vaishnava readers as I begin to explain the intricacies of all these verses. So these 14 verses, as we mentioned, and then following chapters, Kaviraj Goswami will enter into each of them in more detail. Sakal Vaishnav Shuno Kori Ekaman Chaitanya Krishna Shastra Mata Nirupan. I request all my Vaishnava readers to hear and read with rapt attention. This narration of Sri Krishna Chaitanya is inculcated in the revealed scriptures. Krishna Guru Bhakta Shakti Avatar Prakash Krishna e Choi Rupe Koren Vilas. Lord Krishna enjoys by manifesting himself as the spiritual masters, the devotees, the diverse energies, the incarnations, and his plenary portions. They are all 6 in 1. So that supreme absolute truth is one, but for the purpose of play, his satisfaction, he manifests himself in these different energies, different manifestations. As Guru, as the devotee, as Shakti, his internal potency, as avatar, as expansion. He Choi Tatve Kori Charana Vandan Pratame Samanye Kori Mangala Charan. I therefore worship the lotus feet of these 6 diversities of the one truth by invoking their benedictions. So now this first verse is being cited again. Vande Gurun Isha Bhaktan Isham Ishavatarakam Tat Prakasham Statak Shakti Krishna Chaitanya Samgyakam. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual masters, the devotees of the Lord's incarnations, his plenary portions, his energies, and the primeval Lord himself, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. I'm going to read this purport. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has composed this Sanskrit verse for the beginning of his book, and now he will explain it in detail. He offers his respectful obeisances to the 6 principles of the Absolute Truth. Gurun is plural in number, because anyone who gives spiritual instructions based on the revealed scriptures is accepted as a spiritual master. Although others give help in showing the way to beginners, the Guru who first initiates one with the Maha Mantra is to be known as the initiator, and the saints who give instructions for progressive advancement in Krishna consciousness are called instructing spiritual masters, or Diksha and Shiksha Gurus. The initiating and instructing spiritual masters are equal and identical manifestations of Krishna, although they have different dealings. Their function is to guide the conditioned souls back home, back to Godhead. Therefore, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami accepted Nityananda Prabhu and the 6 Goswamis in the category of Guru. Isha Bhaktan refers to the devotees of the Lord like Sri Srivas and all other such followers, who are the energy of the Lord and are qualitatively non-different from him. Ishavatara Khan refers to Acharjas like Advaita Prabhu, who is an avatar of the Lord. Tat Prakashan indicates the direct manifestation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Nityananda Prabhu, and the initiating spiritual master. Tat Shakti refers to the spiritual energies, Shaktis of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Gadadhar, Damodar, and Jagadananda belong to this category of internal energy. The 6 principles are differently manifested, but all equally worshipable. Krishnadas Kaviraj begins by offering his obeisances unto them to teach us the method of worshipping Lord Chaitanya, The external potency of Godhead, called Maya, can never associate with the Lord, just as darkness cannot remain in the presence of light. Yet darkness, being but an illusory and temporary covering of light, has no existence independent of light. And we can also mention, of course, that these energies that are described here, they are different aspects. They are all represented in the Panchatattva. And so, as Srila Swami Maharaj is saying here, this is the proper, Kaviraj Goswami, he's demonstrating this is the proper way to approach, to worship the Lord. First, honoring, these different energies, different aspects of the Lord. So, similarly, we are first chanting Panchatattva, then going to chant the Maha Mantra. Mancha Guru Arjata Shiksha Guru Gan Tahar Charanage Koriye Vandan. I first offer my respectful obeisances at the lotus feet of my initiating spiritual master and all my instructing spiritual master. So Mantra Guru, Diksha Guru, who gave us the mantra, and then Shiksha Guru, all of our instructing gurus. Shri Rup Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath, Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Das Raghunath. My instructing spiritual masters are Shri Rupa Goswami, Shri Sanatan Goswami, Shri Bhatta Raghunath, Shri Jiva Goswami, Shri Gopal Bhatta Goswami, and Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. He Choi Guru Shiksha Guru Jai Amar, Tasabar Parapadme Koti Namaskar. These 6 are my instructing spiritual masters, and therefore I offer millions of respectful obeisances unto their lotus feet. Magavaner Bhakta Jata Shivaspardan, Tasabar Parapadme Sahasra Pranam. There are innumerable devotees of the Lord, of whom Srivas Thakur is the foremost. I offer my respectful obeisances thousands of times unto their lotus feet. Advaita Charja Prabhuram Shavatar, Tar Parapadme Koti Pranati Amar. Advaita Charja is the Lord's partial incarnation, and therefore I offer my obeisances millions of times at his lotus feet. So Nityananda Prabhu, he's direct expansion. But Advaita Charja, he's described as Amsha Avatar, partial, because it's not direct expansion. Because he is Mahavishnu. Nityananda Rai Prabhur Swarup Prakash, Tar Pada Padma Vanda Jar Muhidas. Srila Nityananda Ram is the plenary manifestation of the Lord. And plenary, as I recall, just means like of equal power. So he's like of equal power, equal importance, direct manifestation of the Lord. And I have been initiated by him. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto his lotus feet. Gadadhar Panditadi Prabhurnija Shakti Tasabar Charane Mor Sahasra Pranati. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the internal potencies of the Lord, of whom Sri Gadadhar Pandit is the foremost. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Swayam Bhagavan, Tahar Padaravinde Ananta Pranam. Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the personality of Godhead himself, and therefore I offer innumerable prostrations at his lotus feet. Savarane Prabhure Koriya Namaskar, He Choi Te Hojaiche Koriye Vichar. Having offered obeisances unto the Lord and all his associates, I shall now try to explain these 6 diversities in one. Jajapi Amar Guru Chaitanya Das, Tatapi Janiyami Tahar Prakash. Although I know that my spiritual master is a servitor of Sri Chaitanya, I know him also as a plenary manifestation of the Lord. So this is the twofold vision of Guru, as directly the Lord himself, Shakshadarittvena Samasta Shastra, and then also to see him as the most beloved servitor of the Lord. Kintu Prabhurja Priya Eva Tasya. And as we're also told to see the Lord, to see Guru as a servitor of the Lord, that is a more refined vision, actually. That in the beginning, the disciple will see Guru as directly the Lord himself. And then in the more refined, with more refined understanding, one will see Guru as, Yashraya Vigraha, that shelter-giving person who is most beloved to the Lord and who is engaging us in service to the Lord. Guru Krishna Rupahan Shastra Pramane Guru Rupe Krishna Kripa Korin Bhaktagane. According to the deliberate opinion of all revealed scriptures, the spiritual master is non-different from Krishna. Lord Krishna, in the form of the spiritual master, delivers his devotees. Guru Rupe Krishna Kripa Kodem Bhaktagane. So in the form of Guru, Krishna bestows mercy upon his devotees. Acharjam mam vijaniyam nava manyeta karhichit namartya buddhya suyeta sarva deva mayo guru. One should know the Acharya as myself. So this is Krishna in Bhagavatam. One should know the Acharya as myself and never disrespect him in any way. One should not envy him, thinking him an ordinary man, for he is the representative of all the demigods. And here it is mentioned Martya Buddhi, which is the third offense of the 10 offenses to the holy name. This is the third offense. To have Martya Buddhi means to perceive the Guru in a materialistic way, because Guru may show so many material symptoms, but to negatively perceive the Guru as being, connected with those material aspects, that is an offense. The spiritual characteristic exists independently of any apparent material defects. And Srila Rupa Goswami's example is of the Ganges, that even though you see in the Ganges many dirty things, maybe garbage there and foam and mud and the water may be cloudy, still those with spiritual understanding, they always consider that the Ganges is pure. And they're taking, even though apparently it may be apparently dirty water, they're using it to purify themselves, because they have that understanding. Its spiritual aspect exists independently of the material aspect. So although one may perceive human symptoms in the Guru, one understands Guru is beyond that. His existence transcends any material symptoms that we see. Difficult, of course. Especially if one is serving the Guru closely, then one will be tested, seeing so many human symptoms. So, Acharjamam Vijaniyam. This verse is very strong. This is a famous verse, of course. Our Gurus quote many times. Acharjamam Vijaniyam. One should know the Acharya to be myself, Krishna says. Nava manyeta karhichit. Never disrespect him. like emphasized so many times. Na martya buddhya suyeta. Don't see him with material vision. Don't see him as a mortal, ordinary mortal being. Sarva deva mayoguru. All the gods reside within him.
Yeah. How would he define acharya? Just like to make sure that we define it the same way.
I mean, I think in the context here, in this context, I would say we're speaking of guru in general, who one has accepted as one's guru. We can go and define acharya, but I feel the spirit in this context, that is not the spirit here. You know? But who is guru, who one has accepted as guru. The word, I mean, we use the word, I mean, the word acharya, it's used in different ways, you know. I mean, strictly speaking, acharya is referring to one guru. Strictly speaking, guru and acharya are defined differently. You know, anyone who has a real connection with the absolute truth, who has real connection with their guru, they can act as guru to connect somebody to divinity. Acharya is, according to the definition we've heard from Srila Sridhar Maharaj, it refers to one who has more extensive understanding of the scriptures and who is able to preach on a wider scale, bring persons on a wider scale. So in some sense, in one sense, you could say some external qualification is also there. But one may be a guru without actually having so much understanding of the scriptures. Actually, they have a genuine connection with reality, with divinity, and with their guru. Then they can. It's a living force, right? It's a living current. So if one is in connection with that current, they can connect others to that current. Maybe they can't even explain it perfectly or cite from so many scriptures, but they have a real connection. They can connect others to that. That is guru. But as I said, I feel the spirit here is acharya is being used in more of a general sense as guru. Okay, we'll read one more verse. Yeah, this verse is a little confusing, but the way that Srila Saraswati Thakur has rendered this verse, we will read in that way. Shiksha Guru ke to jani Krishna Swarup Antarjami Bhakta Shashte Duidup. One should know the instructing spiritual master to be the personality of Krishna. Lord Krishna manifests himself as this, well, really what's being said in this verse is referring to these two aspects of Guru, as the Chaitya Guru, the Guru within, and as the Mahant Guru, as the Guru without. So the Lord manifests himself in these two aspects of Guru. Here, Antarjami is referring to the Chaitya Guru, the Guru within, the internal Guru. So, how merciful is the Lord? He assumes these two forms of Guru. They are both. And Gurudev, he really appreciated this verse because it shows the importance of the Shiksha Guru. You should know the Shiksha Guru to be non-different from Krishna himself. It's not that Shiksha Guru has less of a position than the Diksha Guru. So in this way, Srila Gurudev used to quote this verse. Our line is of Shiksha. If anything, Shiksha Guru, Gurudev expressed, is given some more importance here in this verse, in the Diksha Guru. Our line is the Shiksha line. Shiksha Guru Parampara. Okay, then just one more verse. This is from Bhagavatam. And this is spoken by Uddhava. Naivo, speaking to Krishna, Naivo payantyapa-chitim kavayasteva brahmayushapi kritam didamuda smaranta yantar bahistanubritam ashubam vidunvan acharja chaitya vavapusha swagatim vyanakti. O my Lord, transcendental poets and experts in spiritual science could not fully express their indebtedness to you, even if they were endowed with the prolonged lifetime of Brahma, for you appear in two features, externally as the Acharya, and internally as the Chaitya Guru. Here it actually explicitly says Chaitya. To deliver the embodied living being by directing him how to come to you. So they're working together. The Chaitya Guru and the Mahant Guru, they're working together. Of course, the best function of the Chaitya Guru is to bring you to the Mahant Guru, because we can't rely on our Chaitya Guru in our current state. So that's the best thing he's done for us so far, to bring us to the Mahant Guru. But of course, in a higher stage, when one's consciousness is more clear, then one can hear the voice of that Chaitya Guru more clearly.
What's the meaning of Chaitya Guru? Is it the Guru inside?
Yes, the Guru within.
The literal meaning of Chaitya Guru.
I don't know.
And Mahant?
Mahant Guru. Mahant Guru is the manifest Guru. The person Guru who we have a relationship with. I don't know the literal meaning of that either. So these two forms of Guru. And also from what I've heard, I mean, the thing is, in Srila Swami Maharaj's translations and purports, as far as I can understand, he decided not to confuse people. And he translates Chaitya Guru as the super soul, as Paramatma. So that's why things are a little confusing. But Srila Sridhar Maharaj and Srila Gurudev, they've clearly said that's not the case. And also, Chagya Maharaj told me these verses, the way that Srila Saraswati Thakur has translated them, these verses we just read, he's translated as the Chaitya Guru. And actually one of the words there explicitly is Chaitya in the verse. So it's a little confusing because of that. But we understand clearly from Gurudev and Srila Sridhar Maharaj and from Saraswati Thakur's translations, the Chaitya Guru is referring to the Guru within. And from what I've heard from Gurudev and Srila Sridhar Maharaj, that Chaitya Guru may take different forms. Just like Guru may take different forms in the world, that truth will come to us through different persons, different Shiksha Gurus. So the Chaitya Guru may appear in different forms. Srila Sridhar Maharaj said the Chaitya Guru may be our own inner conscience, our own spiritual conscience may act as the Chaitya Guru. What we have, heard from our Gurus, that has given us some spiritual conscience, and that can be considered the Chaitya Guru. Also, Gurudev in one talk, he said, pray to Nityananda Prabhu and he will instruct you as the Chaitya Guru within your heart. So Nityananda Prabhu also can appear as the Chaitya Guru. And also I seem to recall somebody asking Srila Sridhar Maharaj if Krishna can be the Chaitya Guru, and he was saying yes, and he gave the example, we're reading Bhagavad Gita, we don't quite understand what Krishna is saying, then we can pray to Krishna, oh Krishna, what do you mean here? And he may inspire us as the Chaitya Guru. So it is not like a clear-cut, black and white thing, as nothing is. But main idea, that voice of Guru within, guiding us on our spiritual path, and the manifest Guru, who may take different forms within our environment. But of course, in our conditioned state, we don't put so much importance on the Chaitya Guru. When we have no other option, then we do that. When we have no other option, because we're so clouded. We've got so many different things going on, so we can't rely on that pure. There's so many clouds there. That pure voice of the Chaitya Guru, it is difficult to come through. And how do we know if it's our mind or if it's our Guru? And this is the classic question that everybody asks. So we can't rely on that so much. As much as possible, we will try to hear that direct instruction. But sometimes we will need to. So we can't go and ask all the time, right? Like, that's just foolishness, and it's not always practical. So sometimes we will have to. And so many little decisions, of course, we'll have to make, just using our best judgment. But the idea is that if we are sincere, then our discernment will develop more and more, and we will get more of a sense of what is that voice of the Chaitya Guru. As purification takes place on the path, and that we will be able to distinguish more and more what is that pure voice and what is my mind, or other voices. That is, ultimately what is wanted of us, not just that we're like, children that have to go and ask mommy, as Madhusudana might say, "Can I go to the bathroom now, Gurudev?" But, they want us to become independent in this pure sense, being able to recognize spiritual truth and developing a sense of the proper course of action, to develop that sense ourselves. Not that we're just relying on external, instructions, but we ourselves should develop that sense eventually. That is the idea.
I remember one time one girl said, "I prayed to the Lord," and then a job in McDonald's came, so I think that was a message from the Lord.
All kinds of things.
All kinds of things. Have to be careful.
Yes. Sometimes devotees have dreams that Gurudev told me this, and there was one case in Navadvip. Somebody had a dream that Gurudev told them to do something, and they were there in Navadvip. They went to Gurudev the next day. "I had this dream, you were telling me this, is that what you think?" And Gurudev said, "No, not at all, that is not." So yes, we have to be careful. Okay, do we stop there? Anything? Somebody wants to chant? Whose turn is it? Hare Nama Krishna Hare Namaha Madhavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha Gopal Govindaram Sri Madhusudana Giridhari Gopinata Madana Mohana Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra Radha Shiva Sari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Rupa Sanatan Vatada Gunata Sri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasara Gunata Jai Gosai Kori Charana Vandana Jaha Hoite Vignana Sabista Purana Jai Gosai Jai Hui Charadasa Sabada pada renu moda panchagrasa Sajera charana se vibhakta sane basa Janame janame mohe abhilasa Jai Gosai Jabe Braje Koilo Basa Shri Radha Krishna Antya-lila Adi-lila Prakasha Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavana Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majai Amana Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Kodiyasha Hari Nam Sankirtan Kohe Narottam-dasa Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Jai. 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 Hari Bol.